Are the alien life force piloting 3i Atlas planning on colonizing the moons of Jupiter? You bet your ass they are. All right, so here's my theory. As the comet, okay, I got some more crazy stuff to talk about with you, okay? Thank you for listening to my 50 subscribers. I believe that as it went by the sun, I've always said this, I've said it before in my past 2 videos, that it was a recharging station, right? As it went by, there were these 3 solar bursts that followed kind of as the comet went by. And you can look this up on space.com. You can look this up on YouTube. It's all over. I'm not the only crazy person out there making these videos. They went by, charged up, recharged, topped off the tanks, whatever they did. They are now on their way, heading towards Jupiter, right? And the trajectory is assuming nothing changes, doesn't speed down or slow up. It is going to head towards Jupiter. It's not anywhere going to collide with it, but it is within docking distance, let's say, striking distance, docking distance of some moons, the moons of Jupiter, right? And in particular interest, there are 4 moons that have frozen ice, frozen water. They have ice. It's a very precious resource. It's what allows us to be dominant here. Without it, we would cease to exist, as would most life. So it's an important resource. It's there. It's ready for the first person to take over, or the first entity to take over. And they're going to be the first ones. I believe that they're going to land. They're going to dock, and they're going to colonize and set up and harvest and resource. And what a perfect platform. What a perfect tactical solution if they ever wanted to launch and harvest our resources. All right. Which is our water and maybe some precious metals, and hopefully not us. Hopefully they don't see us as a source of food, a type of resource to feed off of, because then that would really be awful. Some of us would be food. Some of us would be pets. I believe the crybabies, you know who you are. I think you guys would be pets. I think those that fight will be food for sure. Right. Or at least dead. But of course, hopefully they come down and they're all like, I come in peace. Hopefully. All right. Now let's go back to the solar flare topic. The solar flare activity is out of control right now. We are having so many solar storms and geomagnetic storms. We were up to I think it got pushed up to a 5 a couple of days ago. I think we're back around 2. And that could fluctuate. That information is available on nasa.com and space.com. And if you follow others like Stephen Burns, who I highly recommend, because again, I'm just here for the conspiracy. He's more in for the educational and the facts. And I want to have fun with this, okay? But at the same time, anything can happen. All right. So I believe, and I'm hopefully not predicting a more powerful electromagnetic wave hitting our planet. There were 3 big pulses in our direction. 3 that went out. Each subsequent pulse went out a little faster than the previous one, and they kind of connected and hit and pancake right about where Earth was. Right, boom, boom, boom. They're traveling. Boom, they hit right about where Earth is, which is causing more plasma to be pushed down through the ozone, causing the aurora borealis to be seen by a lot more people, and it is beautiful. If you get a chance to see it, please do. I don't see it where I'm at because it's very foggy all the time. Thank goodness for social media, so that I get to enjoy some really quality videos from some really nice phones. With that being said, though, if you get a chance to see it, please do. And if you live in some of the northern states where you don't normally see it, you're in for a treat, and you're very lucky. You're very lucky. But that did cause some issues in the Dominican Republic. Their systems had a blackout. Their systems might be a little weaker than most nations, right? I don't think they're third world, but they're borderline, I guess. But yeah, a lot of their systems, they had a power outage. This is going to affect a lot of things. Certain migratory animals may be affected. People's moods might be affected. People might be a little more sensitive, a little more angry. I don't know. This is the legit energy force that is hitting our planet. And our ozone does protect us, but it only does so much. Some gets through, some radiation does get through, and that's why sometimes we get things like skin cancer and melanoma and shit like that, and sunburns. There are infinite things that can happen with a magnetic pulse, and I think we should keep an eye on it. I think besides what's going on in politics and in the news today, pay attention to things that are happening geologically. Right? It's a lot more earthquakes. Um, I believe that's all in relation to these huge geomagnetic forces that are pulling on the Earth, right? Pulling on our planets, pulling on our solar system. There's an effect. There's an effect to everything that happens, right? So be aware. Do have fun. Because remember, I'm just a crazy guy that likes to think of other things besides what's currently being pushed in my face and in front of my screen. Okay. I will see you next week. Thank you so much. And do hold on. Share, like, subscribe. Boost me up. I got 50 crazy people following me. There's gotta be more. All right. All right. Thank you.